beautiful session of the Rhythm Scoop Show right here on the Black Hot Network radio station media of the 21st century. Good evening, all the way from the 254. It's exactly 10 minutes past the top of the hour, and of course, it's a beautiful Friday, isn't it?
It is.
It is a beautiful Friday, and of course, karibuni sana. We get to do this every Monday and Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah.
But of course, sometimes we might start a little bit late, but better late than never. And of course, welcome to where we're bringing you nothing else but arts, entertainment, and culture. My name is Joby, the captain of the show. But of course, I got the beautiful ladies in the building. Let them introduce themselves.
Good afternoon or good evening, everybody. It's evening already. Karibuni sana to another beautiful Friday evening, the last show of the day for me. I felt good,
Man.
But karibuni sana, let's interact on our media platforms. Our WhatsApp number is always the same. Let us know how your week has been, and kindly keep it interactive. My name is SH with the money plans. HF says SH to the money plans. Yeah, but SH with the money plans.
Period.
Yeah, thank you so much, beautiful people, for joining us this beautiful afternoon and Rhythm and Scoops. Such an honor for you guys to be with us. I'm so happy to really listen in the conversation, give us some comments, and also just have a good time. It's me, the lovely Iljan. Remember, you matter, and you're the change you need to see in the world.
Kabisa, and of course, karibuni sana. To everyone who's just tuning in for the first time, welcome. This is the media of the 21st century, the Black Hot Network radio station. Kindly subscribe if you are on YouTube, and of course, you can also download our app, which is on the Google Play Store. Just go to the Google Play Store, search for Black Hot Fire Network, and you'll find us right there, which actually is an amazing app that you can actually listen as you chat with an amazing family and friends, as you use Instagram or whatever platform that keeps you busy as you tune into Black Hot Fire Network. Well, as we get back to the music, karibuni sana.
Thank you so much.
How you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
Can you watch my energy?
It's different. It's good.
Huh?
It's good in you. All smiley,
Oh my
all
God.
happy. Keep that up.
And
Like,
keep
keep
that up.
for the rest of the year.
Yeah, imagine. Hey,
It looks good on you.
I don't know which time of the month this time imekuja aje, you know? Imekuja na furaha. But anyway, it should be like that.
Yeah.
Mko fiti?
We're good.
How is May taking you?
Amazing.
Yeah, money.
Money.
I'm with the money.
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 Huh?
Money each and
Period.
every day.
Manze, karibuni sana to everyone who's just tuning in. Let us know how are you doing. Shall be coming back, of course, as we get the quote of the day. And as you get to hear from the ladies, what are the plans for the weekend? You know, mnalala, munaenda out, munaenda club. I mean, what's the radar? Of course, I started with an amazing piano, and Shmani had made a request, and then I even made a mistake of going all the way to my husband. You know, that's how literally I'm manifesting South Africa.
Yeah,
you know, shout out to my husband.
It's already happened.
Yeah, manze, but inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, I'm playing Megamaisa, of course, the rightfully requested by Saru featuring Ucho. If you guys jam onto this one, we'll be coming back with the quotes of the day.
You gave me everything, you gave me butterfly. The love that every day you know kufunga tai. I mean a panty you in a book line. All the way.
And you tuning into the Black Hot Fire Radio.
Kuna mtu mlangoni na mebisha tangu joni, mfupa nipotea mitani, mnashindwa mbona mnioni. Wakanwezea wakija wenzangu piga ngahoni. Leo nasikia tu ding dong yega mkononi. Kwanza karibia na ukiingia pigwa bia, ukipendezwa angalia macho kupewa pazia. Everything is nice here, mi pekee ndo unaweza fia, alafu kani back day usiogope kupiga njia.
Yaga master in my shop, come on, I did that.
Yes, and my quote of today is Happy Saturday. Here is to a weekend brimming with affection, laughter, and relaxation. So delightful that even Monday might feel a tinge of jealousy.
Hey, all right. My quote of the day: the only limits in life are the ones you make. Happy weekend.
Period.
Never have a limit. It's a weekend.
Yeah.
So true. Mine is very about like empowering women, but also it says sexy isn't a shape, it's an attitude.
Period.
Kwa tu foleni ni refu na huku ndani kuna piko. Napati chapati hata jirani hawezi
putting in the hard work.
Wangu.
Yeah, ataki hapa mambo eti kushinda ameslay.
Umepaka
We're
kwa-
putting in
I
the
know.
work.
Yeah.
I know.
Yaga master, give a shop, come on and get high. Take it fast, pull baby, pull
Yes, and that is Saru, of course, with Jägermeister featuring Ucho, playing right here on the Black Hot Fire Network radio station, media of the 21st century. Hope you guys are doing amazing. My name is JOBY, 15 minutes past the top of the hour, and of course, welcome to the Rhythm Scoop Show. I've been told today I'm going a little bit fast. Am I? Well, that's my normal pace.
In regards to?
Talking.
I think you're just energetic.
Yeah, they're not used to that, you know. Get used to it, you know. Shout out to K Williams, but
Keep
anyway,
up.
I know that's right. But anyway, karibuni sana. We got Money and Iwaton, of course, in the building.
Yeah.
And how? Once again, you guys are good.
We are good.
Plans for the
second.
weekend?
I think every minute we're supposed to remind you.
Plans
we're
for the
good.
weekend?
My weekend, no plans yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, my weekend just flows.
Okay.
literally.
Really?
Iwaton?
Yeah, I'm great. It's
Plans
an
for the
amazing
weekend?
week.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, plans for the weekends, of course.
You got plans?
Shooting podcast. I'm
Okay.
excited for that.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
season of Self-Worth Redefined.
Nice.
I'm so excited about shooting.
Amazing.
Yeah, for me,
Yes.
I'm gonna be a little bit busy on whatever I'm gonna be busy doing.
Yeah.
But I know I'm gonna be very busy tomorrow, especially after the shows and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to see what Sunday has in store for me.
Amazing.
Yeah. But anyway, karibuni sana. As we get started, I have some questions
Okay.
that I want you guys to let me know. What are the most irritating words that mtu akisema that they really, really like? Some of the words that you hear, they really piss you off. For me, I'll start. Way. Don't call me way.
Okay.
Or way. It's really, I don't see way. I really way. Why are you calling me way?
Yeah.
I feel it like it's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like it just gets to my core.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
Yeah.
Sijui like to react after that. Like I'm so mad.
Yeah.
I just don't want to talk to you,
Yeah.
or I want to snap at you.
Yeah.
Whatever happens. So
Yeah.
it's way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Personally, I have two.
Yeah.
Mpoa.
What?
Mpoa.
Okay.
Mpoa. Why?
Yeah.
Eti huu ni mpoa wangu. Why?
Oh, I've
And
never heard that.
mpoa. Iwaton has never had
What is the
mpoa.
meaning of that? Is it mpoa or mpoa?
Mpoa.
Mpoa
No,
wangu, like
I've not had that.
my mpoa.
No, I've not
Like
had
it's
that.
now
Honestly,
now
to be
women
honest.
are not called
Really?
shorties or whatever when I
Yeah.
get mpoa.
Okay.
Why mpoa? And also, it's not a word, but it's something people do.
I was actually thinking about that right now.
Don't me.
Who is a goat here?
Don't
Are you seeing a chicken you're trying to give
Yeah.
mahindi ama kufukuza kwa mtoto
Yeah.
kwa mahindi?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last one that I won't take is a yo from my man. Yo. Call me yo.
Not from anyone.
I
I mean from ladies,
my-
ama
yeah.
from tutumezoeana.
Exactly,
But I think a
friends.
stranger,
Yeah,
nah.
it's yo. Yo, what's up, yo?
That's what that dude did on TikTok. Like, yo,
Okay.
Cheza. What were you use
Don't
yo
yo
number
me.
one?
Right.
Duh.
Don't yo me.
No.
Don't yo me.
You want to
Yeah.
go.
For me is Ebu.
I also
don't
kind
like
of
that.
hate that.
Ebu.
Ebu kuja.
I hate
I
that,
don't like-
but you'll kind of find
I
yourself
use
also
that.
using it.
I use it.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I really hate it.
Yeah.
Like mtu kuniamba ebu fanya.
Yeah.
But I'll find myself like in some certain situations which nitaisema.
Exactly.
And then nitaulizwa upendi kuambiwa hivyo but
Yeah,
wewe
I know
unasema
you do.
mbona
Yeah,
like
I don't like that. And also, there's this what people always say when you're trying to give a pointer, and then someone say, "Acha si hivyo." It's something. I'm like, what? It's my point.
I know.
Acha si hivyo. It's
Kuna ingine.
I'm
get
like,
it,
acha si
yeah.
hivyo. It's like I'm like, are you trying to refute my point? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Acha si hivyo.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We really think it's
Yeah.
where second thing and also ebu.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't like
that.
it.
Ebu,
I
I'm
really
like,
don't
no,
like it.
Kindly. Use the kindly word.
You'll find me most of the times using kindly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kindly bring
But
the phone to me.
tumezoeana,
Ebu
you
nilete
know?
phone.
Ebu what? Kidogo. See all the time though. Because I
Yeah.
find it disrespectful.
Guy, me, I
when you
really
do.
use
Now you
it.
also see, nilisema.
Guys, see, I use all the time.
See, we used to be
personally.
beaten by our
I've never-
parents.
yeah.
I think C was for our parents.
Even our younger
Ujayamba mamako see them, it
No, I
should beat
think we
you.
used it a lot. I didn't. People now start saying it's rude. I never thought it as rude. See,
Your mom has never corrected you kusema si.
like see, it's like
Eh,
an artist.
see, me I found myself a lot of times like you're mad at your mom, you know, she's trying to tell you something, you
Yeah.
don't wanna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Si nilifanya.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Yeah.
Si ni nani?
I
You're
know.
gonna be beaten.
And
Oh
it's a
my
Kenyan
god.
thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's
No,
a,
I
it's
think
a
some
thing.
people do it not in a bad
Bad
way.
way.
Yeah.
They just
It's
use
like
it like
a
a
thing.
sentence.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so
Or
true.
does it depend with the context of the
And
sentence?
also maybe the tone of your voice.
So it depends on the context and the tone.
For me, it's like the tone of your
Oh,
voice.
okay.
It's like C when
C
you're
is
asking.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the tone of your voice.
Oh, okay.
So on to the next one. Thank you so much for answering that.
Yeah.
On to the next one. So we have another one for our countries,
Yeah.
and they're saying that a crane bird symbolizes Uganda,
Okay.
an eagle symbolizes Nigeria, a cock, which is a rooster, symbolizes France. Which bird symbolizes Kenya?
Albatross. Hey.
Huh?
What is that?
Albatross.
What's that?
It's such a very big, huge, strong.
Can you show us a picture?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think symbolizes Kenya?
A cock, a
I
rooster.
actually wanted to say a cock too. I'm like, cock
Yeah.
represents France.
Mimi
Then
nashangaa,
what is Sauti Sol
what are
doing?
people supposed to be saying kwani?
Sauti Sol. Sauti Sol
And
wamekuwa
if
wakitudanganya.
they're saying cock represents France, why is it in our flag?
I
For them
know.
who are colonized by British.
Yeah.
You know, it's not making sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I thought it was. I wanted to say Kenyan is a cock.
But then that's not making sense. If a cock, which is a rooster, symbolizes France, which is in a Kenyan flag, and
Exactly.
Kenya was colonized by
By the
British,
British.
it's not making
Exactly.
sense. But going through the comments is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What wanasema Kenya has bad manners.
Oh my God.
Number one, that is the bird that Kenya symbolizes.
Yeah.
Another one says Gilbis.
Okay.
Another one says Zakayo.
Okay.
Another one says flamingos, which I'd say. Now we have Nakuru,
Yeah.
of course. I think I agree with Nakuru.
Can I see?
I think I've seen the bird, but
Albatross bird, yeah.
this is Nibata.
No, sweetie. Oh my gosh.
This is Nibata.
It
No.
looks like a.
But
Bata,
it's
yeah.
Bata.
It looks like it.
It looks like.
It looks like a duck.
But it's very, really huge.
Why would you
When
think it
flaps.
represents Kenya?
Because it's very huge and powerful. It has very powerful feathers.
So you assume it represents Kenya?
No, I'm
Yeah.
just saying
Oh.
Kenya is a powerful country.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yes.
period.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think a snake for Kenya.
What?
Cinema nyoks.
All right. Wow. Mwingine amesema bad breath.
Ama nini? Ama tuseme nini? Chameleon.
Mwingine akasema
Kwenye
simba.
tunageuziwa na serikali.
It is crazy. But of course, as we speak of animals, yesterday we had a warning statement that was released by, of course, the KWS.
Uh-huh.
That is regarding the lions that are roaming around Langata. And of course, Langata is not just far
my
from
gosh.
here, just
Just
right around
Yes.
here. And it was yesterday around 7 when I was actually doing my show around 8. They
Yeah.
said that the Kenya Wildlife Service has issued a statement informing Langata residents of at least 3 freely roaming lions which were allegedly spotted last night around Langata Women's Prison. Following the alert, the KWS problem animal control team promptly mobilized. They conducted a thorough search of the area throughout the area, but but no lions were found. So this is actually very traumatizing, and we're talking about this actually a couple months ago after we saw and witnessed so many people were hospitalized. Waliumwa na
by
fisi.
hyenas, yeah.
Couples did fight a lion.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Oh.
That is power couple.
Yeah.
Literally.
This power.
They fought a lion, I mean.
What?
Is it a
lion or a
Congratulations.
hyena?
No, they fought a lion.
Yeah, it was
Really?
an hyena. The hyenas were silikuwa parongai.
Ilikuwa Rongai?
Yeah.
No, kuna mwenye Warongai aliumwa vidole.
Yeah. Yeah, but there were couples who also fought. Was it a lion?
Yeah, it was a lion.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And
Yeah.
I've been roaming. I wanted to say, welcome to Rongai. That's our lifestyle.
Oh my
There were
gosh.
roaming lions in
And they shouldn't say
Rongai.
actually, it's like three, it's a
It's a
huge,
huge
it's a
lion.
lion.
And I saw a video today.
Let's say
Charo was showing me
that.
a video of the size of a lion, like kama imesimama na mtu hivi.
I know.
Bro, that shit kikirukia hivi, there's
Yeah.
no way you're
Gone.
surviving.
Exactly.
And you can imagine the strength it has.
Yeah.
There's no way you're surviving that. It's crazy, manze. But shout out to
scary,
KWS.
man.
We see in our government, that was yesterday, I was doing the show whereby we have 30 billion that is supposed to go for to actually fix the damages that floods has done. We have our deputy president who wants 1.12 billion to renovate his residency and office.
Yeah.
We also have there's something else I also read. There's the third one. I can't remember, but still including finances. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of funds going outside on unnecessary things.
Yeah.
Because the number one question was, I mean, what what did you do with the 100 billion that you first allocated for the motorboats, which we never saw during floods? Because I remember you said we need to set aside 100 billion to set a budget of this certain type of motorboat so you can prepare for El Nino, which didn't occur at the immediate time, but we've seen rain. So why didn't we stay ready? And what happened to the funds? That is the number one question. So why do you need 30 billion, you know, while you've not explained, number one, about 100 billion? Why can't this 30 billion be used to actually fence where these wild animals is in Aka? Because I believe if you try to look at probably the maintenance of kuna venye hizo wanyama zinafaa kuwa they are caged not to actually come to residential places. They're supposed to be electrical wise, if I'm not wrong, not to shock them, to kill them. Because I remember there's a statement that was released some time back, I think last month, but 6 rhinos died out of electrocution. Too much electricity. So I believe there should be also a measurement of how much electricity should be, just to shock an animal to go back to its you know, place. So why can't we use that fund, 30 billion and so more, to do what is happening in the country? Because this is actually the citizens' lives being at risk. Mind you, we have children who have gone back to school, and majority of the students, especially let's say in places like Kibera, Awana school buses, not everyone can actually get on a school bus. They have to walk by foot. So this is actually very alarming. What are your thoughts?
It's just so crazy because these people don't know how much a billion is.
It's a
First
lot.
and foremost, let's talk about a billion.
It's a lot.
And then we talk about 30 billion
That's
shillings. And there is a money somewhere that was not accountable for. They were never accountable for. There was not accountability for the money that was used. And we kept on asking each and every day, what did you use the money? If you'd have used the 100 billion, was it million or billion?
Billion.
100 billion. My God.
Imagine.
100 billion.
If you could have number to 1 billion, to hata show on the nini kafiga tu structure yake, it was an animated.
That is 100 million. 100 million. 1 million. 1 billion. 100 million. So 1 billion. So you can imagine 30. And then let us talk about the 100 billion that was actually set aside for that budget. If you'd have used it rightfully, would have not be taking another money out, and we would have not had people dying. Number one, and we would have had motorboats that had safe, secure places for these people. Then we don't have been like, oh, these places have been actually, you know, we have to keep money again to actually make, you know, new places, new infrastructures and stuff like that. So it doesn't actually make a lot of sense. And then you actually evacuated people, right? You evacuated people to these places. So are you going to build them? What is the 30 billion for? Because you're saying the 30 billion is going to be used to cover up the mess, right? So let's say the mess has been there. So is the 30 billion going to, are you going to use it to build for these people houses? Ask yourself, what are they going to use this 30 billion for? Number one, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me when we talk about it, because there's still 100 million missing. But again, that is what they keep doing. I hope this just stops. Because right now we are seeing taxes and taxes. This means a lot more taxes for us. This means more money out of the common Wanyanchi's pockets. So people are just gonna suffer. And remember, the same people who are paying tax are the same people who have actually gone through this flooding. They've lost their properties. Ataenda huko baada aongezewe pesa kidogo sijui kwa kununua nini, which is a lot of money. A lot of it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Because they have like very important thing that the money should be allocated
for,
which we cannot see where the money is being accounted for. They basically come up with weird, crazy things to lie about where the money. It's just very crazy about how the money is being used. And we're talking about, even if he's lying, use something very understandable.
Still kidogo.
Yeah, it's like that makes sense. It like literally makes sense. I'm like, I could definitely understand that. But they come up with things you're like, no, there's no way money can be used in such an amenity, or washing of the windows of, is it KICC? Honestly, like no way. Was it 80 or 30 million?
30 million
to wash windows?
The windows,
not making sense.
No, it doesn't really make sense. And the fact that in regards to the Kenya wildlife, the lions, that's really, the money should be going in regards to help in protecting, or how they can basically construct a better security fencing infrastructure, because as you said, Joby, right now it's Mwananchi's highway. People are passing there. People are living. Kids are
Exactly.
living there.
Man.
And the fact
They
that we're
just
always
look like
questioning,
Mhm.
yeah, and it's scary also for the guys who are going back and forth to work, to their
Yeah.
businesses. You never know if it's today or it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
The fact that they're announcing this, it can be any time, which
Yeah.
has always happened even
Yeah.
before I knew about
Yeah.
this.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can't be living in such an environment. It's
Yeah.
not safe. But the thing is, why do they not use the funds that come in sense, in regards to things that really make sense?
Yeah.
Bettering the Mwananchi's life. That's where the money should go.
But you know, this
But-
money is not gonna go for. It's
Of
gonna go
course.
into their pockets.
That
You
is
know
true.
that. And you're gonna ask them.
And we've been talking about this
Yeah.
for the longest.
Mhm.
I
So
don't know
what
if-
should be done?
I don't know if you guys saw this video
Yeah.
of Sakaja. He was actually it was summoned by the Senate,
Okay.
and the Senate went crazy in that hall, in that parliament. They were like, when you mwongo, you're a liar. We want
Wow.
accountability. And this lawyer was just untrapped, like. what
In
can I say?
Parliament?
Yes, in the Senate
When was this?
Parliament. That is like 3 days ago. I was watching it on
Wow.
YouTube. You guys should watch it. It was so crazy because it went crazy. The asking
Parliament, let me tell you, I've come to discover, sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah.
I came to discover Parliament, okay, the Parliament is really
Yes.
interesting.
It's really
Than I
interesting.
actually ever thought. Because
so
I remember
interesting.
KBC ilikuwa imekanga uko like,
Yes.
Ah,
Ah,
it's a
yeah.
easy bit, exactly.
but being an adult right now, I've been watching these debates and I'm like, I wish I get this time
This
to
time,
watch this.
exactly. So I was actually watching when they were questioning, and you know, Sakaja is the governor, right?
Yeah.
So the Senate can actually question him,
Of course.
and the Senate can actually impeach him.
It's so true.
If they
That is true.
Yes, if they
Yeah.
actually decide that and they vote him out, he can
Yeah.
actually be voted out.
That is so
So right
true.
now he's in the limelight,
Yeah.
and everybody has been talking about
That
Sakaja.
is
Like
true.
everybody, even the members of parliament,
Even
Atwoli
Atwoli,
himself.
the dad,
Actually,
that he
exactly.
says.
Came to say, I'm so disappointed. A lot of people,
Yeah.
when you look at these politicians and you ask them, where did this money go? There's just a lot of propaganda. Nobody,
Yes.
and then you hear the treasury, they're being asked,
Mm.
if you want to know. So can you tell us, because money passes from you, but that information didn't reach to us, so maybe you ask
How?
these other people, because us we only have for this.
They
Like,
know.
it's just a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's just so crazy. Imagine just walking one night, Joby, you're going home and then you meet a lion.
Yeah.
It is so sad.
That
there's
is scary,
fans.
honestly.
A lion.
Yeah.
And you
I mean,
can
that's the
imagine how
end of
many,
you.
you
Like,
can imagine
just
even
gonna
maybe
faint.
they've eaten somebody and you don't know. Wanatafutwa kumbe lion lishakula.
Imagine
Imagine,
So sad.
imagine,
For real.
because remember there's a time when these cases started actually becoming even worse. I think it was in Juja last
Yeah.
year. We saw a woman actually was eaten by a hyena at the end of job early in the morning.
Yeah.
That was sad, you know.
Yeah.
You all end up after hustle yako, probably you have kids,
Man.
you know, which the government doesn't give a F if you are employed or not, you know, and then you meet their recklessness of not
Yeah.
handling things the way they're supposed to, you know. Inakupatana na wewe hapo. It is such a sad
Was it
situation.
a video in Rongai where kulikuwa na lion kwa CCTV?
Yeah.
In
Oh,
Rongai.
Na hapo kitu
Yeah.
fani hapo kulikuwa na waizi the previous day.
Imagine.
Papata hiyo
Kulikuwa
kulikuwa na
na
waizi.
yeah, in Rongai. Big
That
Apple.
is so like
Imagine.
fearless of these people.
It's crazy. No, it was the previous day, then the next day the
There
lion
was a
was
lion.
spotted.
Okay, there are
The CCTV.
thieves.
Yeah.
The previous, and then the
Yeah.
next day.
The
okay,
lion
I
was
was like,
spotted.
I was like,
Same
this
place.
thieves, they don't even care. Lions. Oh my gosh.
We still regard
It
it.
was
still
crazy.
regard
But in
it
case you're
on
just
the back.
joining in, Karibu Sana. Let us know
Yeah.
where you're listening to us from and welcome to the Rhythm Scoop Show. Shout out to Cashless. Amesema yeye aliona video of what Money is talking
Yeah.
about.
Shout out to Cash. How you doing? Cash is my home.
Okay, but as we get to move on, I want to talk about what is happening, of course, still with our 254 government. Shout out to Ruto government again, which has actually, of course, it's ready to dispatch its first 200 police officers to Haiti next week. This news coming in, of course, for me being, a political news reporter.
Yeah.
I want to call myself that.
Analyst.
Not really. Am I really an analyst?
You actually analyze everything.
But yeah, I report a lot too. But yeah, they're saying that the first contingent.
Contingent.
Yeah, the first contingent of at least 200. I hate the term. Another
At
term
least.
I hate at
At
least,
least, exactly.
especially when it comes to the number of deaths being
On
reported.
accountability.
I hate that, you know. The first contingent of at least 200 police officers is set to depart for Haiti next week. Their arrival slated for May, that is 23rd or 24th, as being timed to coincide with President Ruto's state visit to the US. Of course, is not in the country. A source being given to the deployment and aware of the developing plan saying the deployment comes days after the US established a barrack in Haiti where Kenyan police will be operating, and their officers being sent to Haiti are being deployed from multiple units, including the Rapid Deployment Forces, RDF. The RDF ni wagani? Oh, ndo maana jana kulikuwa na certain marching. You saw?
Yeah. I didn't understand what it was about though.
Yeah, I think this
March?
is what it was about. Yeah.
Was it not Museveni coming to Kenya?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it could be also part of because why is the statement coming after this? After
Because
I
they're
don't know.
conceding with the president now not going to, you know, the president is not in Kenya. Where is he at?
he's in the US.
He's in the US, right?
Yeah.
And let me ask you, how many soldiers were supposed to be taken to Haiti? Was it
1,000, yeah.
So this is the
Troops.
first bunch?
Yeah,
But
actually
I
not
think
the first
not
bunch.
the first bunch. Why are they saying the first contingent and people had already
They'd
gone?
already gone,
before?
exactly.
So this is a lie.
This is a lie.
Exactly.
Exactly, I agree with you because remember there's a report we gave of those who
Exactly.
died
And
already
people died
on
already.
their way.
Yeah.
And we also had, I think, a source that had revealed we had a first batch
Yeah.
of the deployed officers. So they have been there, you know, it's not like it's a new thing. So that's when
Okay.
this popped up, there's a source which said that this is not actually new. You know, Kenya has already done this before. So which came actually as a surprise to so many people.
In regards to this police officer being sent,
Yeah, to Haiti.
Yeah.
so it's a lie. They're not being sent.
No, they have
No,
been
you
sent, but
understand
this
what
is
is
not the
happening
first
in
They're
Haiti?
already
batch.
being sent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is not it.
Mhm.
Again.
This is not the first, but they're saying it's the first contingent, but they've been sent before,
They
so
have
it's
been
not
sent
the
before.
first.
Of course it's
And
not.
this means a lot of soldiers. If they say this is the first 200, meaning there is another 200 that is
People
gonna be
are,
added.
this is
so-
literally genocide
Yeah.
in our very naked eyes, where our people are being sent to death.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
it is crazy because we've seen some people have actually, we had some number of those who did actually withdraw from the
Exactly,
mission,
yeah.
and they didn't actually disclose the number of how many troops withdrew. And this is so sad because we're going to again clean a mess that is not even including us. But I see, apart from Kenya, let me read this. They're
Okay.
saying in Haiti they will be expected to secure, and Babaki had warned them. In Haiti they will be expected to secure critical infrastructure and establishments, including the country's main airport, Gai.
Kwanza airport.
See, they already,
You remember the 4,000 soldiers, the 4,000 criminals that
see, they were released and they took over the airport.
Exactly.
Wow.
So how are they going to actually fight over those? And you know those are the worst criminal. Imagine 4,000 people out of prison, very angered by the police. Every
Yeah.
time they see a police, they just wanna kill you. And Babaki already warned these people. So the problem is, Joby, however much you told these people, that tunasemanga serikali will not come and help you.
That is true.
That is something we've actually analyzed. It will
And-
sell you, and at the end of the day, it is you to decide.
I feel like at this point it has gotten to the point of it is what like we were just gonna speak the truth. Like this is dictatorship,
Yeah.
literally. I feel like people have no freedom of expression to the point. Do some nafanya gava kazi, like you'll either have to adhere or probably there's consequences.
Or you leave,
to-
Job. You see, the people who actually walked
You
out.
can, but you know Kenya has been paid already. That,
Yeah,
you know
that's
that.
the problem.
So
People
you
have
will
to
have
go.
to deliver,
Exactly.
like it or not.
yeah.
You will have to deliver because you've already been you've taken 36
Billion, exactly.
into your pockets.
Yeah.
Not million, billion.
Billion.
Because they first took 100 million, then said they need more funds to do training, to do what, and this is I'm literally. My heart is just shattered.
It's just
You know, I don't want to be
crazy.
sad. You know, it's such a good day. But they're saying that Haiti they will be expected to secure critical infrastructures and establishments, including the country's main airport, which has been taken over by heavily armed gangs. And a section of the officers will also be involved in bearing the gangs from invading residential areas and public and private property. Number one, people from Haitians themselves are trying to fly away from Haiti, go to other islands to secure themselves because it's crazy over there. They're also saying apart from Kenya, other countries are sending their police services to Haiti, include Burundi. This is very new, family. News coming in. We have Burundi, we have Nigeria. Shout out to Tinibu. I'm so disappointed in Burundi. Very disappointed. This is a country that right now is accusing Rwanda of what they're doing, which Rwanda is now being paid to somehow, send rebels into Burundi because Burundi is somehow siding with DRC.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the data, so I'm not giving sure clarity because that is the speculations of information of what is being said.
Okay.
So I'm very disappointed. Burundi, Nigeria, Mauritius,
Even
Jamaica.
Even Nigeria.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jamaica?
Really, it's a black warfare.
God
People don't
damn.
know that this is us going against our race.
Yeah.
Because you're fighting the black people. Most people think that it is the land for white people,
I
but
know.
black
We
people
have-
actually live there.
We have Chile, we have Paraguay. I don't know, I think that's an island, I'm not sure which country is that. We have Grenada and Chad. You're just from Chad.
I know.
Okay, I want time to run so we can wrap it up because I'm already mad. This is just so sad, man. This is super sad. This is sad. Iwaton, what are your thoughts on this?
In regards to this, that's taking me back to what you've said right now because it's like we're fighting against our own brothers, and the fact that it's everything on like we were talking about in our show, like we are all one, and the fact that they've already taken the money, and the fact that the government cannot keep that money back, and basically using the troops, the military or the troops, the office that they're taking there, it just shows that like we're accepting all this, controlling all this, being ruled by the Western people in regards to fighting ourselves.
Actually, somebody was saying, I smell moi. I see moi in this.
Really.
It's crazy, man. Because
Yeah.
you don't have a say anymore. You have
That
to
is
do it
true.
alone.
Yeah.
And somebody. And the worst part is, it cannot even be the government. It's somebody who has pocketed, or a
This-
few people who are
yeah.
selfish, who
Yeah,
have just
and you
pocketed
have
the
to
money
go.
in the name of selling out people.
Yeah.
This like how many countries are those? And those people who are leading these countries first and foremost are our leaders. So all these countries, Nigeria, Chile, Jamaica, and Burundi, some are that's from election. I mean, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you, man? It's just so crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy, manze. But as we get to move on to the next conversation, many change to mood, manze, and quite fiti. It's just changed my mood completely because I've been following up this story, and I was hoping to see positive results from this, at least maybe withdrawals. But again, which it makes sense, like I said, why it won't happen because money is already pocketed, and
Yeah,
it is
that's
so
the
sad.
thing. Money is already
It
being
is so
pocketed.
sad. But moving on, I'm gonna try to ungloom that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Moving on to the next conversation is about, of course, Museveni, who you mentioned.
Yeah.
My favorite puppet. Napenda
Shout out to
say.
him. Shout out to Museveni. Oh my
I
God.
love Museveni for free. He says Africa is like a house, so he was here yesterday and actually he's left. He's just left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's up with 70?
Yeah, shout out to Museveni. He says Africa is like a house. For instance, Kenya is the sitting room, Uganda is the bedroom, DRC is another bedroom, etc. Then why does one need permission to move within their own house? There is no need to have visas to travel anywhere in Africa. It should not happen. The person talking
I know.
has not allowed this country to be a visa-free country.
Exactly.
So let's see how many countries.
The hypocrisy.
How many countries in Africa are visa free? Let's see. Kenya is one.
Kenya is one. Did
Yeah.
you just say Kenya is one?
Yeah, Kenya is a visa free
Kenya,
country.
Kenya is a visa-free country, but it's
They are
visa,
paying.
but they're paying. Like literally, if you see people going through the airport, they complain. It's actually even more expensive than the visa.
I know.
And then the cops are taking advantage of people. Yeah. If your luggage is like very loaded, you pay a lot of money. Oh my God! It's
We
not
have
visa
Rwanda,
free.
which lifted very recently. We have Gambia, of course, I was not wrong about that yesterday. And Kenya, and I think Malawi, if I'm not wrong. Malawi also recently did that. But yeah, shout out to Museveni. His country is not among the countries that are visa-free countries, but he's talking about where Africa countries, we are all one people. And going through the comments, I saw one of the person was saying that a house with the rooms is built with doors,
Yeah.
because I think what they meant is where we have Europeans, number one, coming in, you know,
Visa
that's how they,
free.
yeah, you know, there's how Europeans come and enter. As much as we're trying to allow Africa to become borderless, you know, visa free and all that, there's restrictions we also need to put.
Exactly.
We must put doors on some certain you know, places where some people need not to be given accesses. But kuna mwingine anasema I agree to disagree because Kenya is the balcony.
Oh my gosh.
We can see you. We can see all of you.
And another one says Nigeria should be the only country left outside the gates.
Wow. We're supposed to be united, guys.
Genocide.
This is
Supposed to be
crazy. I
united.
mean, man, this is why we see Kenyans, like Kenyans they are really trollers on the internet.
Yeah.
Kenyans are trollers, no
That is
cap.
so
Like
true.
this is so crazy.
If you
man.
wanna feel, if you're having a bad day, Job, you just go through comment section.
I do
I do
nowadays.
that all the time.
Now, me too.
Me all the
It's
time.
become a no. A hobby actually.
You laugh. It was
I know.
So,
Comment section is crazy.
nuts.
It's crazy. I used to, there's a time I met a friend and alafu ananiambia, "Hey, me nikienda kwa hizi post, I just go to the
hadi
comments."
mimi si
Hapo
comment.
nimekia sense.
For real?
Yeah. So
Oh,
like
my
unaenda
God,
kusoma
the
comments kwa
comments.
nini? Until now is when it's
Yeah.
hitting me. I'm like, God, the comments is crazy.
And then there are people who have knowledge in comments.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you get
true.
to,
So
there's
true.
also people who make really good comments,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, so somebody can actually think like this. So
And
you-
not mostly, some of them like fast comments like, who's here for the comments?
I know.
Yeah.
You share what button?
Shout out.
Sijui what button?
Share and like.
I don't know what it means, but this is just so sad. First and foremost, there is not supposed to be boundaries only if you're black.
Yeah.
Only if we say no black. Only if you're an African.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
Is that the color?
Yes, if you're an African, no boundaries
I
because this is
definitely
your
agree.
home.
This is your
There is
home.
no way, and I think all of us know about this, and we've been taught, we've seen this. If you go to their countries, you're not welcome, bruh.
That is
You're
true.
not. You face a lot of rejection.
Yeah.
You face a lot of how do we call it, racism,
Yeah.
and a lot of stuff. So when it comes to you actually allowing them, and then welcome our visitors, visa free, very loving country.
I know.
If us going to the, you know, like for example Sweden, I had a friend who wanted to go there. You check your bank account. Yeah, they check your
there's some
bank account,
countries
your
that do
bank
that.
statement.
Yeah, that is
If you
true.
can't have money that will survive you over there, or
can
money
go
that will
there.
make you can go there. You have everything, but except that one thing
bank account.
they cancel. So you want to tell me all these people, even once they already feel poor? I was looking at a video. Somebody is saying these are the poorest people over there, and the only way to survive is go to Africa, and then they come with the little savings they have,
It's
the last
so
of their
true.
savings. They come buy piece of land here and live that life that they couldn't manage to live over there, and we still allow them. So it's just so crazy when you allow everybody as a country visa free. Make it a border free country for Africans, but you can't just allow everybody. Plus, we need to
agree.
collect money. You're talking about taxes and you're allowing people visa free.
Right.
It is so sad, but I say cashless, anasema people take bank statements. That's how people make it to us. Sijaelewa. Ati? People fake bank statements. Oh, people fake bank statements. That's how people make it to us, to US. I think that's how you're trying to
Yeah.
say, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that god damn.
But they're really strict. Mostly countries like that.
So imagine if we
rarely
did that.
see.
Imagine if we did that.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine if we had such restrictions.
Exactly.
You can't come to Africa to just exploit us.
Exactly.
What are you coming
What are
with?
you
Because
coming
these people
with?
come here actually poor majority. They live actually very wealthy.
Exactly.
Because they have seen ways of exploiting African people, Africans' mentality.
Yeah.
And it is so sad. But as we get closer to winding up to the main conversation, is about, of course, our very dear own again government, Kenya, which has raised tax. I think this is days after we saw taxes were increased on data, money transfer. What else? There were a couple of things. M-Pesa, that is
Yeah.
money transfer, of course.
You tell me bread.
Yeah, that is what I'm about to
Oh.
report. Yeah, it's crazy, but we saw data, money transfer, and a couple of things. I can't remember specifically what was mentioned, which is crazy because again, yesterday I was reporting where Ruto said that his agenda is to raise tax from 14% to 22%.
22%.
That is actually a very big raise, and people are about to suffer. And shout out to the US ambassador, which again, they're not our people, but she said you can't tax people when there's no employment. You know, you can't keep on taxing people and there's no employment. Number one, the more the taxes, shout out to Keith, the more the taxes, the more the losses of jobs. Because kuna watu wataumia mfuko. There's a boss who's gonna be pressed like, hey, I can't pay you all, so I'm gonna have to, you know. Yeah, so it's crazy, and this is so pressing. So to add pain to the salt to the injury money, pain to the whatever. We have the Molo MP Kimani Kuria, who's saying that who says the proposed 16% tax on 16%.
He says 22 by the end of this term.
Yeah, that is Ruto. But now we have the bread. Okay, the proposed 16% on bread is due to the National Treasury concerns about diabetes, number one. Thereby, a tax on bread is
are you gonna pull that health card?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Diabetes.
They did, yeah.
So let me tell you, people with diabetes check like brown bread.
They do.
Yeah, right? So you're increasing tax for them, and diabetes is not cheap. So they're actually being paid a lot in the
Obviously
hospital.
don't take white bread.
Exactly. So they're actually going to use a lot of money in the hospitals and still use a lot of money to buy bread. How does diabetes go with the taxes? What is the relationship between diabetes and the taxes? And then you're pulling the diabetes card.
I wish they put another product, not bread. That's what we're talking about. Just be smart about, you know, putting your things together and it can make sense to us.
I mean, you guys, let's go back to ourselves and cooking normally. Even this using ovens and stuff, baking breads, do what? It's high time. Learn how to cook bread at home.
Very simple.
It's
very
learn how to
bread
make
is
things
like
at
the
home.
most simple.
And we always say one thing, Joby. If you we should go back to farming. Just the same way you say it. Let's go back to farming where you have a small farm outside your balcony.
Even at your window.
Yeah, at your window, where you don't need to go and buy something from the supermarket, or you don't need to buy something that is expensive. Take it out from your door.
Thank you.
Eat directly food that is cheap and very, very clean and well manufactured by you. Not you going to eat some GMO food that you don't know where it came from. You're going to buy bread right now if it is at 65. We used to buy bread at 25.
So true.
25. Shout out to United. Right now bread is 65. How the hell is bread 65?
So true.
Right now we're gonna see it a 16% increase. That is probably 80. And bread is going to 100. So you can imagine if bread is 100, what about soap? What about ugali flour? What about sugar? Sugar is 500. Siku hizo tunakunywa, my friend was telling me, kwa wakunywi sugar, wakuna skari nguru. Unapata tu imekuwa hapo unajikatia unacheka. It's so nuts, man. It's so crazy. Yeah.
Okay, in regards to this, I think obviously the money that is being used for whatever things, the other things that they know that whatever they're using, they shouldn't use this card. It's a very lame card for me to think about it. Just be smart about how you're basically pocketing this money or trying to put your money in other things. Just be smart about it, please. If you want to just pull another card, I think diabetes and also bread was the most super lame card to use. At least use something very like, you know, it has a lot of sugar. Even bread doesn't really have a lot of sugar like that. Honestly, just.
But Joby, can you just tell us, maybe they've actually said how diabetes is related to the tax or bread?
They're saying, Molo MP Kimani Kuria says, the proposed 16% tax on bread is due to the National Treasury concerns about diabetes. Thereby, a tax on bread is allegedly a way of managing a disease in the country.
Oh shit! Bread doesn't have a lot of sugar, bro. Let's talk about cakes.
Their breads actually do not have sugar.
They don't even have
like
sugar.
Broadways. Like Broadways. They don't like breads with sugar.
They don't have sugar, literally. Let's even talk about just raised sugar.
Thank you.
Because even
just
like,
be smart about
like
it.
Really to your really.
Like I want to know the assistant of that, the person who comes up with these headlines.
The treasury.
Like they should have a nice panel who can give them nice ideas. They should have a better panel, smart ones who be like, let's put this headline because it will be super catchy and super convincing. Because
not
the
in a way of criminality.
Because somebody
the windows cases.
Somebody was asking is it the government advisor or the president's advisor?
Both, all of them.
And they were being questioned like, who are these people that advise these people?
Thank you.
Like the president just, he has an advisor and he's paid a lot of money. There
Yeah.
are millions and millions of money.
Yeah.
So where do you get, and do you guys just sit down and just decide, so let us
Anything
use
that comes
the
to mind.
lowest, sasa jumkati kona sukari, acha tuseme to reduce diabetes,
Yeah.
tupande pesa ya mkati ndio watu wasinunue,
Yeah.
ndio tusikule sukari mingi. Like that's some bullshit. Hiyo ni kitu nakwambia class
Eating out,
1.
like cakes. That can make sense.
Even just sugar.
You
bro.
know.
It is crazy.
Stuff like that. Let's
Shout out
stop
to our
this.
government.
How can we make sugar at home?
He also says that we had a very long conversation with the National Treasury, and the initial thinking was about concerns about diabetes and all that, but the argument that we were receiving from Kenyans is that bread is not a luxury good. On the flip side, the MP also
What
argues.
kwa cassava?
On the flip side, the MP also
Such a
argues
mess.
that the
I love
16%
it, actually.
tax will somehow lead to the health deterioration among Kenyans, as many will resort to unhygienic bread in informal settlements, and roadside bakeries. In addition to breads that are in the supermarket, there are breads that are baked in those informal shops across the country. If bread is taxed, people will now move to the bread baked on the roadside. Will move to the sasa tunafaa tuende tu kwa ya barabara.
Mimi nashangaa.
People will now move to the bread baked on the roadside and these small bakeries, which could mean even more health deterioration. That is what now actually you're actually risking the health of people now.
Exactly.
You know, cause you're trying. This is
I know, because on the roadside they're
Double
actually
speech.
cheaper.
these are double speech. You know,
Yeah,
we are taxing bread. Number one statement is to reduce and manage disease in the country, but they're also adding that, you know, if bread is taxed, people will now move to the bread baked on the roadside and in these small bakeries, which could mean even more health deterioration for people or rise even in more health concerns.
But see, that
So
is
you're
what
trying,
people
that is what
are
you're trying to
doing.
do.
That is what people are doing.
And that is what they are trying to even push more people to
People
do
do,
it, you know?
exactly.
Because if you've had people, basti when you wanna buy bread kwa the real bakeries
Exactly.
where it's supposed to be
Of
gotten,
course.
they're gonna now move to these small bakeries because you're taxing us.
I think they'll do that. That's the
Exactly.
other
That is
way.
what people are
You're
gonna
now
do.
trying to get people to get more diseases.
sick.
Come
Exactly.
on.
Double standards.
Double speeches.
And
Things
gets me
to do.
back. Let's stop eating bread. Let's go back to normal foods. Cassava,
Sweet
there was
potatoes.
grana, sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
We had things that were actually very organic, that are actually very beneficial, and actually made us. All this, let's bake. It's good to bake once in a while, but again, man, we've forgotten. Nowadays, job, if you give a kid, back then,
Yeah, that is true.
my mom was used to giving us. We never ate bread. Me, I wonder these people who eat sausages, as we never had that at our place. Like just, hey, there's sausage, there's bacon in the fridge. As we never had that, we were like, oh, mabuoni, viazi, njugu, you know, mahindi yenye imeboiliwa. It was like, hadi mkiona mkati mnafurahi msema leo wameamka na rogani. You know, ukiona chapo Christmas, you're like, damn, this is the God sent day, you know.
Yeah.
And that was unhealthy living. And it reached a time where we were like, mnatutesa kwa kutupea hizi vitu. Mbona unanitesa na raboni kila siku? Unajua, only to come and realize later that these are the healthy food.
Yeah.
So this is also a call for us as Africans to go back to our roots. Let's eat our own food.
Yeah.
It's
I
more
agree.
healthy.
Yeah.
First and foremost, if they're talking about health, you're gonna avoid diabetes at all costs. If they're talking about money-wise, utaitoa tu kwa
You'll
shamba
save
yako,
more.
you'll save more
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
Cassava ya 50 you can eat for 4 days.
Yeah.
True.
So
That is so true.
yeah,
That is
go
so
back
true.
to
I
your
hope
roots.
umesikia kama una watch
Please
cassava
eat organic
saves money.
food.
You
Saves
had
money.
no,
Potato.
you need no mind
Boiled
Oh
boiling
my
rice.
God.
Yeah, cassava.
Exactly.
Tafadhali.
Yeah.
Girl, njugu za kuboil, I rarely see them. Who sees even njugu? I don't see them here.
I don't see njugu
I
by the
don't
way. When we used to
see
wake
them.
up, we used to boil njugu
know,
na karanga kwa
exactly.
nyumba.
Yeah.
It used to be breakfast.
Exactly.
But nowadays, kwa barabara ukipatana nayo, nunua.
Oh, tukule hot dogs, tukule smokies on the road.
And this is what is actually bringing
Actually, I want
diseases,
to
you
know.
know.
Exactly.
This is where
Maize.
cancer and all these diseases are coming from. We're
Yeah.
normalizing westernization, thinking it's bougie, classy,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
that. You know,
Exactly.
as much as we can't say, we're gonna say, as much as we've adapted to some of the things,
Yeah.
we still have the roots to the culture. You know, and
Exactly.
which we were talking about yesterday. We need to
Exactly.
go back to our culture, our cultural roots. But anyway, family, we are wrapping it up. With today's conversation. I see on TikTok we have Cashless. Anasema, let me see. basically Hustler is taking everything, even cars. I know, man. I saw that video yesterday of the banks that have taken back cars.
Yeah.
God damn, nakwambia, any watu wanaumia.
Damn.
Nakwambia watu wanaumia. And just saying that not everybody can afford bake. Can afford to bake. That's true. Also saying amazing show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in as well and for being also engaging. We appreciate. Anasema pia cassava unataka tunyongwe. Imagine kunywa na strung. It's the best.
You know.
Imagine it's
na kama sugar imepanda eka nguru.
Oh my god. Maziwa pesa zinapanda.
Na hata hivyo tulikuwa tunakunywa Dubia. I don't know if you guys remember Dubia. Dubia was sugarless,
yeah.
Uji, and we
can still do that.
Exactly.
I can still drink tea without sugar.
Yeah. So you can't tell mutanyongwa.
Well, usituambie stories za diabetes actually. Tunajua kuchunga maisha yetu kukuliko actually. You're the guys eating even the worst meat.
The worst meat.
Pork, whatever.
I know.
Find out, usituambie. But anyway, family, much love. Thank you so much to everyone who has been with us. Thank you so much to Cashless. To everyone who has also been with us on YouTube, on the radio, if you've been listening. Thank you so much for being with us throughout this week. But for me, it doesn't end yet. The JOBY is coming back tonight at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. We shall be on the network. If you're listening, kindly ensure that you are tuned in on the network. Don't miss out. It shall be exclusive, not on YouTube, only on network. Have an amazing day. See you guys tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much for everybody who tuned in. Shout out to Cash. Cash is the one that actually wrote Shmani.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Shout out to you.
Keep doing great, Cash. And shout out to everybody on TikTok. Shout out to those who are with us on the radio app. Thank you so much. It's a weekend. Just like we said, there's no limit. No limit, but take care of yourself. We want to see you here on Monday. Have a beautiful one. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and walk. If you can't, don't drink at all. Stay safe.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on this Rhythm and Scoop. It's been amazing the whole week, joining and supporting us. Have a great weekend. Just spread kindness like a confetti and know that you matter and you're between the world. Have a great weekend and take care.